This is Lisa Reniger, the Coordinator for Gifted Education in Gadsden ISD. During this 3+ month time period in Step 6 of the Gifted Annual Timeline, several things are taking place. The diagnosticians are conducting gifted testing, the GAT liaisons are conducting Torrance testing, and the GAT liaisons are gathering the remainder of the documents which comprise the nominee's gifted case study. The Gifted Case Study Document Checklist is a helpful cover sheet to have in each nominee's folder, whether the folder is in hard copy, digital, or both. The checklist is a fillable PDF document to be opened in Adobe Acrobat. As each item is added to the nominee's Gifted Case Study folder, the GAT liaison will add the date and their initials on the right. If the item is used for this nominee, they will also check it off on the left. There are cases in which a piece of evidence will not be used for a nominee. An example is the case study of a non-English learner first grader. They will not have state assessment results and are not English learners, so items 17 through 20 on the checklist would not be filled out in that case. The checklist has a helpful section on page 2 showing exactly how many items should be in each nominee's folder by grade level and what each item is called. Although the checklist will look daunting, it is not much different from the 24-25 school year. Instead, evidence that was joined together is now separated, such as NMASA scores in math and reading, which were lumped together previously. Separating them helps us to better understand in what areas a student's gifts may lie. This is a snippet of the checklist referred to in the previous slide. This is an organizational tool for the GAT liaison to ensure that all pieces of a gifted case study are complete prior to the GAT eligibility determination meeting. We cannot hold these meetings if a case study is incomplete, since all pieces are equal in a case study. The GAT liaison will account for each piece as it is accumulated within the timeline. The folder can be digital in the GAT Google Drive, it can be a hard copy folder, or both. It is required that as each piece is added to the case study, it is also uploaded within 24 hours to the student's TiNet or PowerSchool Special Programs page as a file-based document. The Coordinator for Gifted Education and the Campus GAT team can then track the progress of all documents as they are accumulated simply by logging into TiNet or PowerSchool Special Programs. When the GAT team convenes for the Gifted Eligibility Determination meetings, the team will be reviewing the entire case study on the screen through PowerSchool Special Programs, so timely uploading is essential. Case study pieces by grade level. The checklist has the table you see on the screen on page 2. This will help the GAT liaison determine exactly how many pieces of documentation belong in each nominee's case study. The number of pieces will vary based on the student's grade level and whether they are English learners. English learners will add access test scores, which is new for the 2025-2026 school year. Students in grades K through 3 will not have the state assessment pieces, which are NMASA scores. As an example, if a student is a 5th grader and is EL, there should be 18 total pieces in the case study. The only one missing would be the access test score, which would not be used since this student is not an English learner. It's important to differentiate between documentation in the case study and evidence in the case study. Numbers 1 through 3 on the list are the referral form, the consent, and the prior written notice. Although these have to be in the case study, they aren't considered numbered evidence. The referral, however, should be reviewed to help align the student with particular areas of giftedness should they qualify for services. What about the vision and hearing screening requirement? This has been part of the case study for a while. Beginning in 2025-2026, the NMPED has removed the requirement to conduct the vision hearing screening as part of the gifted identification process. Beginning next year, this is no longer required to be in a gifted case study. What evidence is examined in the gifted case study? The referral form, the consent for evaluation, and the prior written notice must be accumulated, but are not considered numbered evidence that the GAT team will consider as part of their discussions. The campus team will only receive a referral if it is already showing evidence of giftedness, thus it is not on the numbered list. The referral, however, will still provide valuable information as to which areas of giftedness a student may possess, should the student be deemed eligible for gifted services. The evidence that is part of the case study to be discussed by the GAT team includes the following in the list below. All of this must be accumulated and scored prior to holding the GAT eligibility determination meeting. The list includes the Parent Caregiver Screener for Gifted Characteristics, which is available in English and Spanish, the Student Self-Evaluation, the Student Interview Questions, which in a change for 25-26 is now specific to 3 different grade bands, the Critical Thinking and Problem-Solving Inventory, the GAT Liaison Testing, which is the Torrance test of creative and divergent thinking, and then 4 pieces of diagnostician testing to include nonverbal intellectual ability, general intellectual ability, specific academic ability in reading and math, NMASA scores in reading, math, and/or science, which is grade level specific and called the NMASR, district assessment scores in reading and math such as iStation, iReady, IMSA, etc., and access scores for EL students.